Hey guys, what's up? So we're going to be doing some reactions of this channel called Story Boots. So let's start with this one. This is on my recommended list. So let's watch it.
My mom is Japanese and my dad is white.
Okay.
When they married, they made a pact that they would one day let their future kids experience Japan in some way. And that's exactly how I ended up moving to Japan and living there from when I was 4 until I was 7 years old.
Wow.
For anyone that's ever had to move, you know how scary it can be. And when you're only 4...
I've actually had to move. I moved a few months ago, and now I live in Spain. Here in Spain right now.
And going to a completely different country with a completely different language and completely different people, it's terrifying. From the get-go, I was thrown into school, and honestly, despite everything I thought, it wasn't as bad as I expected. Since I was so young, I picked up on Japanese quick, and I made a lot of friends. Everything was going great. One day, I was leaving the classroom to go to recess, and in the hallway window, there was a classmate outside knocking on the window, chanting at me, singing, Yase pochi no gaikokujin, which in Japanese...
She really said to him, he's a skinny foreigner. And yes, I know Japanese.
Japanese basically means skinny foreigner. I didn't really think about it too much. And this started to happen every day, however, and day after day she was there at the window chanting, Yase pochi no gaikokujin, Yase pochi no gaikokujin. She stood there at the window with a super unsettling smile. It was honestly super sinister, like something out of a horror movie. I mean, if you just added a knife in there, it probably could have been a box office hit. Eventually, it really started to get to me and agonize me. This was the first moment I think I started to realize I wasn't like everyone else, and it made me feel out of place, like I was some sort of alien. Obviously, I didn't care about her calling me skinny. I think I was 7 at the time, I wasn't really hitting the gym. It was just the fact that she had the audacity to call me a foreigner. I was no longer like all my other classmates, and I imagined myself as this white, pasty kid. I did what I knew I should, and I told my teacher what was happening, and then he went on to set aside time in class one day and tell everyone that I wasn't any different and that I wasn't to be called a foreigner. The girl never got in trouble, though, because she denied ever doing it, and I guess they couldn't do anything about it because of that. Yeah, that kind of sucked. If we're being honest, I think she was low-key the devil in disguise. Aside from that, though, it was awesome to have the support of my teacher and to understand that even though I might not have the same background as everyone else, it didn't make me any less of a person. From then on, I've had countless experiences of being categorized as a foreigner, but thanks to what happened in Japan, I've been able to feel more comfortable in my skin. Upon moving back to the US, things ended up crossing over. I got made fun of for being Asian. But guys, the moral of the story is that no matter what ethnicity you are or where you come from, just understand that you're unique, and you should treat everyone the way you want to be treated yourself. I know that's cliche, okay, but it's cliche because it's true.
Well, that is some very good advice. It's cliche, but it's true. So the next one is standing. Oh yeah, it's which one should it be? Started smoking cigarettes. Let's see this one. We have the intro, obviously.
When my 18th birthday finally came, I was so excited that I was finally now considered a legal adult. I could now vote and serve my country if I wanted to. I could also buy certain things that were looked down upon. That wasn't until 4 months later in May, just a week before my high school graduation, I wanted to buy myself a late birthday present and also a gift to myself for the fact that I was moving on to the next chapter of my life as an adult. What was that, you may ask? A pack of cigarettes. Now, I, along with the entire world, knew the consequences of taking up smoking. I've had anti-tobacco education all throughout elementary and middle school that explained the horrors of what might happen if we ever decided to smoke, and it was very frightening to me at the time. But, me being a curious and rebellious teenager, I decided that I would try it at least once for the experience, and I had promised myself I would not make it a habit. I had decided that I would wait until my mom went to sleep. I carefully and quietly snuck out the front door. Once I got to the gas station, I got extremely nervous, afraid that I'd sound and look foolish. I kindly asked for the pack I wanted, had my ID checked, and I gave the young clerk the cash. Finally, this was it. My first pack of cigarettes. I decided that I'd try one now, as I just couldn't wait. I took out a cigarette, and I lit it. The taste was very, very, very harsh and bitter and nasty. After taking a few puffs, I had finally decided to inhale. My lungs felt like they were collapsing, desperately trying to breathe as I coughed like no tomorrow. In the back of my head, I thought I was going to pass out and die as I literally could not breathe. I threw the cigarette on the ground and put it out immediately. Yet I still kept the pack with me. Weeks later, I tried again, and this time I succeeded at inhaling. I thought it was just going to be a casual habit of mine, but I was dead wrong. I kept on buying packs non-stop for the next year. I have made numerous attempts to try and quit, but I simply couldn't, and I was starting to run low on money, all on some rolled paper. If you are curious about smoking or being peer pressured into it, simply don't do it. Nicotine is one of the hardest addictions to break, and the best way to break that addiction is to never start in the first place.
That is some very good advice. Okay, so this next one is called My Mum Got Arrested. Let's see this one. Okay, you have done it.
2 years ago, when I was 10 years old, I had the worst moment in my life. My mom and her friends...
Wait, I can hear him. Turn it up.
2 years ago, when I was 10 years old, I had the worst moment in my life. My mom and her friends were upstairs, and I was down here sleeping on the couch, but suddenly, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up with a bunch of flashlights in my face, and I woke up, and the SWAT team was in my house.
Oh, gosh.
I was very confused and scared. Then I saw my mom in handcuffs and her friends being put in the police car. So I was able to talk to my mom a little bit, but later I started crying. We both started crying. About an hour of the cops searching the house, locking my dog up in the bathroom, tearing up my room. Eventually got to the point where they found drugs. I don't know what kind, but they found drugs under my mom's bed. So the cops confirmed the search or whatever. And the last sight I seen, my mom was being dragged away from me by the cops.
Oh my god.
I started staying at my grandpa and grandma's, and I went to my aunt's, and we get me moved 60 miles away from my hometown. And she's supposed to get out and work at once, but that has to be the most traumatizing, saddest, scariest moments in my life.
Okay, if oh my god. Okay, that's all the stories I can handle for today. If you guys want to see more stories or more reactions about this, maybe losing the pet or Raphael's story, puke all over that like button and puke all over the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!